Hello everyone, DeckTrolls here, and so today I have for you a by no means competitive deck. It's very fun if you get it off, but be wary because you can brick, and if you brick, you can brick hard. But if you pull it off, it's worth it. All right, so let's get into this. It's Cactus Loop deck. So we got 3 Cactus Fighter. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, special summon 1 Needle token to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. So this is your boss monster, technically. And what you're going to want to do is have them on the field to be able to activate your loop, and I'll show you toward the end. Got 3 Lone Fire Blossom. Once per turn, you contribute 1 face-up plant type monster, special summon 1 plant type monster from your deck. It's a good deck thinning. Got 3 Botanical Girl. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 plant type monster with 1,000 or less defense from your deck to your grave. So that means you can search out your Cactus Fighter. You can't search out Lone Fire, but you can search out your next card, which is Lord Poison, which you got 3 of. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 plant from your graveyard except Lord Poison. So you can special summon any of the monsters that you have in this deck except Lord Poison. So you can summon your Cactus Fighter, your Botanical Girl, or if you need to, a Lone Fire Blossom. Alright, that's it for the monsters. Just 12 monsters. Now for the spells, we got 3 Potted Duality. You only should use this if you don't intend on using your Lone Fire Blossom. Activate the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 of them to your hand. Also, after that, shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate 1 Pot of Greed per turn. You cannot special summon during the turn you activate this card. And a very important card is Shrink. 3 of. It's a quick play spell, so you can use it on your opponent's turn. Target 1 face-up monster in the field. The original attack of that monster is halved until the end of this turn. So this is what you will use when you have baited your opponent into attacking your Cactus Fighter. Because it's very important that you have it kill your opponent's monster on their turn. Alright, we got 3 Messenger apiece to stall. Neither player can declare attacks with face-up monsters with 1,500 or more attack. Pay 100 life points during each of your standby phases if you do not destroy this card. So that's just for some stall. And for a nice tech, I guess, 3 Gravekeeper's Servant. Your opponent must send 1 card from the top of their deck to the graveyard to declare an attack. Now, this is good because, well, you'll see. 1 Ground Collapse for fun. Select 2 monster zones on the field. You cannot select a monster zone that is occupied. The selected zones cannot be used as long as this card remains face up on the field. You got 3 Twin Twisters. Discard 1 card and target 2 spell or trap cards on the field. Destroy them. And then 3 Magical Mallet for when you brick. Add any number of cards from your hand to the deck and shuffle it. Then draw the same number of cards added to the deck. Oh, add to your hand the same number of cards that you added to the deck. Yeah. Alright, so that's it for the spells. Now, here's where everything's going to be wrapped up to understanding. You got 3 all-out attacks. All monsters that are special summoned are changed to face-up attack position and must attack. If able, during the turn they are special summoned. Okay, so I'll fully explain it at the end. We got 3 Ojama Duo. Special summon 2 Ojama tokens. Beast Light level 2, 0 attack, 1000 defense. Your opponent to your opponent's field in defense position. These tokens cannot be attributed for tribute summon, and each time one is destroyed, its controller takes 300 damage. During either player's turn, except during the turn this card was just sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard and special summon 2 Ojama monsters with different names from your deck. Only the first part is important, to give your opponent tokens and maybe even to burn them for 300. Alright, and the last card is 3 Mirror Wall. Each time your opponent's monster conducts an attack while this card is face up on the field, it has its attack halved as long as this card remains face up on the field. During each of your standby phases, pay 2,000 life points or destroy this card. Generally, you're going to want to destroy the card, but sometimes it's worth keeping it on the field just because. Alright, so here we go. Cactus Fighter. And you can have one of multiple cards. Alright, so also, okay, so when you have your Cactus Fighter on the field, it is important that you have this card ready to be activated. What you can do is activate it on your opponent's turn and then activate Ojama Duo. Now, because this is on the field, your opponent's tokens are forced into attack position and are forced to attack your monsters. It's important that you have either one or multiple Cactus Fighters, but if you have different monsters on the field, the loop can be stopped. So their token will attack your monster, their token will die, and then they will get another token because of his effect. When he destroys a monster, your opponent gains a needle token. So that one is summoned, it goes into attack position and attacks, and then they get another token, and the loop just continues. Okay, so the other one is baiting your opponent. So your opponent will think that they're safe. Once they attack, you just let it rip. You could either shrink, have their opponent's monster become weaker than your monster, it dies, and then the loop occurs, or mirror wall, and then continue from the same direction that I was saying. And then just for tech, Gravekeeper Servant. This, along with the needle tokens, will help mill your opponent if that happens to help before they get basically burned to death. Well, not burned because they would be attacking, so damaged to death. So yeah, I definitely recommend testing it out. I did. It was a lot of fun when it worked, but know that this deck can brick and probably will brick several times. But it's actually pretty resourceful. It's able to survive for a while, and it's just really trolly. It's very pesky, and I love it. Alright guys, so remember, I have 100+ budget-friendly decks, so there's going to be a lot of fun content coming your way, so please make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. What did you like? What did you dislike? How would you improve it? And yeah, most importantly, have fun.